Oh my God, not again. The Dodgers suffered some tough news this morning as one of their top players is headed to the IL. And I'm here to tell you all about it, and also what do the Dodgers do next? What are they going to do now as they've suffered this before? Players going on the IL for extended periods. Let's get right into the story. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I want to thank the 45% of you, the ones who are watching these videos, who have already hit the sub button. The 54% of you have not subscribed yet. I'm not sure why. Myself, Brad J, will bring you everyday Dodger videos, breaking stories, watch-alongs, the Monday morning live stream, post games, and stories like this. So make sure to subscribe. We're the best Dodger channel out there. You're not going to find content like this anywhere else on YouTube. Let's get right into it. Of course, Blake Snell. He is headed to the 15-day IL. This is a major blow. Definitely bad news, to say the least, because Blake Snell was one of the Dodgers' biggest free agent signings of the offseason. I mean, come on. He arguably was the biggest free agent signing the Dodgers signed, in the last few months, in the offseason, right? I mean, this guy was supposed to do big things for the Dodgers, and he has. The Dodgers have placed starting pitcher Blake Snell on the injury list with shoulder inflammation. The team announced Sunday, minutes before their game against the Phillies, which is going on right now. The third game of that three-game set out in Philly. And the corresponding move, the Dodgers have called up right-hander Matt Sawyer, of course, from AAA. That is, of course, a temporary fix. Snell lands on the IL after he made 2 starts for the Dodgers in his first season with the team. Snell started the franchise's home opener, of course, opening day. 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, pretty solid. And then the next start against the Braves, he was really good. Didn't give up any runs, gave up 5 hits, 4 walks. Of course, those were unearned runs that happened while he was on the mound, but he wasn't charged with anything. It was a good day for Blake Snell in that 6-5 win over the Braves on Wednesday night. That's the last time we saw Snell. He was supposed to start Tuesday. Well, that's not happening now with him going on the IL, and it's definitely rough news to say the least. Snell, of course, last season missed time with the Giants, shoulder and elbow injuries. This is the shoulder again, but came back, pretty good after the All-Star break. It ended up having a 3.12 ERA for the whole season. Although let's remember his ERA after that All-Star break was like under 2. It was like 1.8, 1.9. It was solid. He was the hottest pitcher in the whole Major League Baseball after that All-Star break. The Giants didn't, of course, take advantage of that because they were so far out of the playoff hunt. But he was really good in the second half, and, he ends up opting out after 1 year, and he ends up getting a massive contract with the Dodgers this offseason. So what are the Dodgers going to do now? Well, I mean, this is unfortunately what we've heard before. I mean, last season, this is exactly what started happening, although it didn't happen this early in the year. It's only the second week of the season. That's a bit concerning. I don't know what everybody thinks, but it's only April 6th, and we already have a pitcher on the IL. I mean, the way modern baseball works and the way, unfortunately, these pitchers are constructed now, none of these guys are going to go a full season without getting hurt. But if they start going down this early in the year, that's concerning as I'm watching the game right now in Glasnow. Just threw a wild pitch. It's 2-2 now. Oh, boy. So the day just keeps getting worse and worse, even as I'm doing this video. But anyway, the Dodgers really need to focus and think we got a good team, right? I mean, I think we can't panic here. Dodger fans, we just can't panic, although it's hard not to, push the panic button right now because Blake Snell was supposed to be, kind of the number 1 guy, right? I mean, along with him and Yamamoto, they're the 2 number 1 guys, and Glasnow maybe 1AC or 1A, 1B with Snell and Yamamoto, then you got 1C with Glasnow, because technically we had 3 number 1 guys on the same team. But reality is the Dodgers have a really good roster. They got Roki Sasaki, who was really good yesterday after having a couple rough starts in the first 2 starts of his career. Had a good start in number 3. So the hope is that the other guys can kind of cover, for a bit. But Blake Snell was kind of the only guy that was going to be pitching every 5 days. That's what kind of concerns me, right? Because a lot of these other guys are like the once-a-week kind of pitchers, right? Because of their injury concerns and Sasaki coming over from Japan. So they're not going to kind of rush him out there every 5 days. So Snell was going to be that workhorse to go out every 5 days. And now that's not going to happen, right? And he's going to come back and he'll be limited too. So now you got another guy that's limited, right? So that's what's a little bit concerning, right? Now, looking at what they're talking about from Sports Illustrated, For Snell, the glaring question is who steps up to the rotation to take his place, right? Obviously, the Dodgers have a lot of capable pitchers to hold down the mount, at least for Snell's scheduled start on Tuesday, right? They can bring up Justin Robleski, who pitched very well with the Oklahoma City Comets on April 1st, only allowing 3 hits in that scoreless start for Justin Robleski. And the other option would be Landon Knack, who pitched April 3rd in relief. We saw him last year. We saw these guys last year because the Dodgers had injury problems last year too, right? I mean, it's just a bit frustrating. We had to use all these AAA guys this early in the year. And then, of course, Bobby Miller, who didn't pitch very well with the Dodgers last year. Would the Dodgers bring him up? He, of course, had a good start with the Comets on March 30th, 4.2 shutout innings. But I don't know. I think, what about, I think the Dodgers really have to hope that Snell is not only going to be out for a couple weeks, right? You don't want another situation like last year where you're using bullpen games every week. Tony Gonsolin is still not ready from what I'm hearing. I believe he's still not ready to go. And that's a big concern because if you had Tony Gonsolin, he could slip right in. Luckily, Dustin May is healthy and playing because last year we didn't have that. Didn't have Dustin May. Didn't have Tony Gonsolin. So luckily, at least one of those guys is ready to go. He's pitching right now. So the Dodgers have a very good bullpen, right? They obviously have the capabilities to do bullpen starts here and there. But then this kind of goes back to what I was talking about yesterday with the video on, Sandy Alcantara, right? I mean, the Dodgers have the possibility to trade for a pretty solid pitcher from the Marlins who's probably going to get traded. I think the Dodgers have to seriously consider making that trade if Snell, is injured and he maybe not make the trade now, but the thing is that Snell is on the 15-day DL right now, but we don't know how long this will linger for, right? I mean, it could get extended. He could come back and not be the same. And last year, that's kind of how it started. He went on the 15-day DL early in the season from the Giants, and that just kept getting pushed back, and he ended up missing a few months. So you just hope that doesn't happen this year, because if it does happen, then the Dodgers have a bit of a problem, right? Because they don't have they do have a good rotation, but they just have to have another pitcher, right? Because you're going to end up having to use a minor league pitcher every week to cover that start for Snell until Tony Gonsolin comes back. Now, if Tony Gonsolin comes back soon, he's not a minor league pitcher by any means. He's a proven Major League Baseball pitcher. Then you have Tony Gonsolin to take Snell's spot in the rotation permanently until Snell is back. The Dodgers just don't have a guy that they can say, okay, we'll put this guy in for Snell permanently. I mean, I don't know what everybody thinks, comment below, but the Dodgers just don't have a guy like that right now that could go in and permanently take Snell's job. I just don't trust Robleski, Knack, Miller, none of these guys. Maybe River Ryan, I liked him last year, but he's out for the year. So there isn't really a guy they can trust to take his spot every 5 days, unless it was Tony Gonsolin. That's why the possibility of a trade opens up if this goes on. Andy Pajes, as we know, is on the trading block. We're going to be, of course, covering that story as the days go along. But make sure to, subscribe to the channel. We're Dodgers Digest, and we're watching this game here against the Phillies. Bags loaded right now for Alex Vesia. Nobody out. Let's hope they can get through this jam. But as always, let's go Dodgers. Woo!